Hello everyone, so I welcome you back to this another discussion on the recently happened APSc mains, where we will discuss about the GS paper 2, which goes with polity, governance and IR, that is international relations. This is the part 1 of the video. Part 2 will come on the next slide. So let's start with today's analysis. So what was the first question that has been asked in the recently conducted mains? So, what do you mean by the basic structure of the Constitution of India? Discuss the different views around it in the light of the recommendations of the National Commission to review the working of the Constitution. So, here NCWRC, National Commission for the Working of the Constitution. ठीक है सर? तो याते आमी first की define करिबो লাগিব तो মই इमान basic definition of नाजाऊ यात. So here you have to basically say about the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so yet directly there is no mention of the term basic structure anywhere in the Constitution of India. The idea that the Parliament cannot introduce laws that would amend the basic structure of the Constitution evolved gradually over time, and many cases. The idea is to preserve the nature of the Indian democracy and protect the rights and liberties of the people. So, a kothatu ami introduction of dibo lagibo, that is very essential, saying about the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So, as you know, basic structure boli kaun, basic structure ami kun kita case dekha paun. These are the very important cases that you all needs to remember throughout your preparation in basics of understanding of the Indian polity. So, yate jodi moi kobole jaun, let me change the color. ठीक है से yate first ahile ki Shankari Prasad case of 1951, very important case. Okay, तापसत आइसे गोलकनाथ case of 1967, तापसत कोइसे केशवानंद भारती case of 1973, very important case. एबला आमी क्लास already why बुझाइ दिउ जे how the Kesavanand Bharati case is an important factor in the context of the basic structure. Our last one where it has reiterated Minerva Mills case 1980, which has upholded the case of Kesavanand Bharati case that basic structure be a part of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so yate ahigol etu. So yate directly koilla that it was a Kesavanand Bharati case that brought this doctrine into the limelight, and it held that the basic structure of the Indian Constitution could not be abrogated even by a constitutional amendment. So ekhini kotha ahigol basic structure. So yate kisuman basic structure jodi kotha tomalage koi dia, supremacy of the Constitution, unity and sovereignty, democratic and republic, federal character. Okay, so ebla ki hoy? These are some of the things which are a part of the basic structures which cannot be amended even by the Parliament under Article 368. ठीक है सर? तार पिছত जुदी moi कौ about the NCWRC. Okay, so NCWRC यात जुदी moi कौ National Commission to Review the Working of the Constitution. So etu ki hoy? It was established on February 22, 2000. Very important date. Okay, and it has been initiated by a resolution of Government of India. Okay, then the commission is also known as Justice Manepali Narayan Rao Venkatacharya Commission. Very important. A bostutu bahut important hoy. Manepali Narayan Rao Venkatacharya Commission. Okay, which is for the purpose of suggesting possible constitutional amendments. Okay, so ekhelokole basic structure or ki kole ekhini amak mainly hudise. Okay, so yate ami dekhao paru about the element of where it has been discussed about the basic structure. So you can see that there is no definite elucidation on what exactly constitutes basic structure, thereby making the doctrine ambiguous. In recent times, the doctrine has been invoked in cases that have been regarded as examples of judicial overreach. So here the example of key is the NJSA bill, which was declared null and void by the Supreme Court by relying on this doctrine. So, ekhini context of NCWRC basic structure of kotha to koise, and this is the main point which you have to discuss in this particular answer. Okay, so jitu khudise ami etur context ote ami already gom pai golu je ki khudisile amak aru ami kuntu NCWRC bostutu ami sabo lagi. Okay, coming to the next question. As a presiding officer, the chairman of the Rajya Sabha of the guardian of the prestige and dignity of the house. Very easy question, direct questions, static questions. Iman discuss koribo laga eku nai. So yate mainly amar kuntu important hoy Article 89. Kiho karone? Because it has been said that provides for the provision of the chairman and the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha, which states that the vice president of India shall be the ex officio chairman of the Council of States. A article is very important. Okay, এতিয়া লাহে লাহে APSC বা UPSC কনটেক্সট কি হৈ গৈছে কি এতিয়া লাহে লাহে প্ৰেসিডেন্ট প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰৰ কথা বহুত কম শুনা হৈছে এতিয়া যিবিলাক আগতে অলপ irrelevant questions আছিলে সেইবিলাক এতিয়া relevant বনি গৈ আছে supposedly if I say about vice president governor important হৈ গৈ আছে okay MLAs and their role important হৈ গৈ আছে okay even various number of executive bodies committees তেখেতসকলৰ role important হৈ গৈ আছে তো এইখিনি বস্তু আমি চাব লাগিব in the context of this particular preparations তো এইখিনি আমি important হয় so এটো কেনেকে powers and functions all discuss কৰি দিলা okay then you can directly say এটা গুটে Indian polity by Lakshmikant গুটে খিনি clearly দিয়া আছে so আমি যদি power and politics খিনি অকমান discuss কৰি দিলো that means I can say that it is more than sufficient for you to answer this question which is going in association with the vice president of India or you can say be the chairman of Rajya Sabha done okay third question to ki ahile how does the election commission of India carry out the delimitation of constituencies for the state legislature assemblies as per the representation of people act 1951 yate ahi gol ki delimitation commission e ki kore delimitation does the things associated with going ahead with the constituencies divide kore for an MLA elections for an MP elections so tate constituencies to ki kore divide kore okay so that is one of the basic fundamentals of this delimitation commission our representation of people act ki hoy it directly ensures the free and fair elections in our country okay jot kuno beya dhorone bostu bilak nohoy bhalke free and fair elections amar yate hoy jen etu ropai ensure kore so election commission of India mainly yate article 324 kotha to koidila that is very much important etu article 324 okay etu amar lagiboy constitutional article hoy jehetu tabsot in this context the parliament has enacted the representation of people act RPA act okay and the representation of the people act of 1951 so this one is a very important ingredient of the election scenario of our country okay tabsot kola delimitation ki hoy kola it's an act or process of establishing the boundaries of territorial constituencies in a nation to reflect changes in population okay so the delimitation commission must operate independently of executive direction so you can see the total number of seats okay yat gute khini dia ase so kiman ke delimitation kora ase okay ekhini jaga beshi bhalke nedekhiba kiho karone karon ekhini jaga amar Apsc Cce which is basically the China occupied Kashmir boli dhora aru ekhini jaga amar ki hoy jay POK hoy jay that is Gilgit-Baltistan that is Pakistan occupied Kashmir etu karone ekhini jaga beshi delimitation tomalke dekha nahi but overall I can see that delimitation is very much in this whole country okay gute khini kene seats divide hoy ase delimitate kora ase already it has been done by the ECI okay so after the census the parliament annexed the delimitation act on the article 82 of the Indian constitution very important okay all of agate ami ki pohisilu 89 pohisilu your respect of Rajya Sabha chairman aru vice chairman lagate okay aru etia 82 which says about the delimitation act okay also ahi gol ki delimitation commission demarcates the borders of the parliamentary constituencies jitu ami kolu okay and under the rules of the delimitation 2002 the current delimitation of seats was done based on the 2001 census etia ohomot jitu delimitation amar hoise okay etu kontu census mote hoy ase 2001 census aru etu complete diho kane aise just because they wanted the 2011 census but jehetu nohol 2001 census ot choli ase okay aru etu ketia lage cholibo 2001 census 2026 lage okay mane next year elections jitu hobo 2024 that is the MP elections jitu ami general elections boli ko hetu aru 2026 or jitu amar ohomor election hobo hetu kuntu basis of hobo 2001 census okay chalo to ekhini kotha kodisil tatche beshi mane kone next discuss how the Securities and Exchange Board of India safeguarded the interests of the investors SEBI kotha kodise SEBI is what it's basically I can say that it's a regulatory body in to go ahead with the security markets okay so SEBI is a statutory body established on April 12 1982 in accordance with the provisions of the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992 so jetia act boli koa jay tetia ki hoy jay amar bostu it becomes a statutory body okay etu bostu birat importantly mon rakhiba karon amar keba difference ki hoy jay constitutional bodies ki hoy okay statutory bodies ki hoy non constitutional bodies ki hoy executive body ki hoy regulatory bodies ki hoy ebilakor eta differences ahi jay thik ase that is very important the basic function of the SEBI is to protect the interests of the investors in securities and to promote and regulate the security market mainly kihor logot related hoy ase security market logot related hoy ase okay that is one of the crucial aims of the SEBI So SEBI as a regulator can come for it. You can see as a regulator of the capital market, SEBI aims to create an atmosphere that encourages the integrated and convenient operation of the security markets. As a result, it can ensure the satisfaction of these three key stakeholders in the financial market: assets, issuers, investors, and intermediaries of financial services. Very important. Okay, SEBI ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি কি লিখো যে ensuring the satisfaction of the three key stakeholders in the financial market. Ki assets, issuers, investors, are intermediaries of financial services. Very important. As a market regulator, SEBI also plays a significant role in the Indian economy. Okay, importantly, more by the security issuers ki hoy, investor ki hoy, aru last ami ki likhilu je intermediaries, usually money brokers and other financial intermediaries ki hoy. Horu ke tinta line or eta definition di dile, I can say this will suffice your respective answer. Okay, tapsot the role of regulatory functions ki korila, yate features kini dekhilola. Okay, that is the primary purpose of this, to ensure that the firm's operation in the financial market is monitored and controlled. Because without a regulatory body, obviously the securities cannot be provided by the Indian government. So regulatory body ki kore, control kore, monitor kore the element which is associated with the respective individuals associated with the securities code. Okay, so ekhini amar gute functions hai gol. So that will all suffice for your respective answer, because 10 marks answer hoy tatse 150 words tatse beshi tomarke likhibo na lage. Next I go discuss the procedures of amendment to the constitution in India and South Africa, highlighting the key provisions. Okay, so this question was a bit critical just because of the element of South Africa in this particular context. Amar India to sobe koi dise article 368 sobe bhalke jani. Okay, so etu bostu sobore hoi goise, but South Africa logot okoman manor problem ahi goise. Okay, so yata ami just kole hol a constitutional amendment can only be initiated by the introduction of a bill in either house of the parliament. So yata ki ahi jay part 20 article 368. Basically the important aspect of this particular question. Part 10 article 368 lays forth the procedure to be followed in the case of constitutional amendment. Okay, এই বস্তুটো একদম না পাহৰিব, এইবিলাক লিখা মানে কি হৈ যায় এক মাৰ্ক এটা এনে পোৱা যায়. Okay, আৰু এটো যদি আন্ডাৰলাইন কৰি দিয়া, that is more than suffice. Okay, then the constitution of the country is a fundamental law of the land based on which all other laws are made and enforced. Okay, so procedure for amendment of Indian constitution কি হয় ইয়াত কোৱা আছে constitutional amendment can only be initiated by introduction of a bill in either house of the parliament. Okay, not in the state legislature. So এটা all procedure to কৰিলা গোটেইখিনি procedure কেনেকে আমি কৰিব লাগিব, কেনেকে আমি ইনিশিয়েট কৰিব লাগিব, ঠিক আছে, আৰু লাষ্টত কেনেকে আমি কোনটো মেজৰিটি, ওকে, মেবি it may be a simple majority, special majority, তো এই বস্তুটো আমাৰ ইনিশিয়েটেড হয়. Okay, then if I say about the South African constitutional amendment, like all the modern constitution, South African constitution provides for its own amendment by parliament and prescribes special procedures to effect them. The constitution has already been amended 17 times. Very important. Okay, all of ইহতৰ কি হ'ব কাৰণে ইমান কম হয় because of its rigid nature. আমাৰ কি হয়, আমাৰ it's a blend of rigidity and flexibility, but তাহাতৰ কি হয় এটা rigid constitution হয়, এটো কাৰণে অলপ কম amendment হৈছে, আমেৰিকাতকে অলপ কম but আমাতকে অলপ বেছি. The procedure for amending the constitution differs from the procedure to pass to amendment ordinary legislation. It is more difficult to amend the constitution than it is to pass to amend ordinary laws. This is because the constitution is the supreme law of the republic. Okay, so a bostutu yate a context of a question to bahut beshi important. Okay, so ami jodi aji a article 2 jani jao, section 74 clause 2 of the constitution allows parliament to amend any provision by the bill of rights including section 25. Section 25 ki ase dekhite palo fundamental rights. Okay, so a bostutu important hoy, jodi kunbai likhise section 74 and section 25, they will obviously get some of the good marks. Okay, so ekhini asile with the South African constitution. Here gotekhini dia ase, bhalke tomarke pdf of puri loba. Next, the basic purpose of the development is to enlarge people's choices, elucidated in the light of the government policies and intervention for the development in India. Okay, here ki koise, the basic purpose of development is to enlarge people's choices. Mane manuhor choice bur ami bohabo lagibo, etia ki hobo lahe lahe development scenario to ami gom pam in reality. Okay, so the basic purpose of the development is to enlarge people's choices. In principle, these choices can be infinite and can change over time. People often value achievements that do not show up at all, or not immediately in income or growth figures. Greater access to knowledge, better nutrition and health services, more secure livelihoods, security against crime and physical violence, satisfying leisure hours, political and cultural freedoms and scenes of participation in community activities. So, ekhini jodi ami enlarge koribo paro, at some point of time we can directly say that the community at large is basically at developed stage, or I can say that they are gradually developing in this particular context. Okay. Tapsot ami jodi dekha pao je about on some aspects of the human development paradigm there is a broad agreement. Ki agreement ase? Development must put people at the center of its concern. Manhor jodi concern kitake meet nohoy, development kori kiba labh ase jano? Ketio labh nai. So development must put people at the center of its concern. The purpose of development is to enlarge all human choices, not just income. Ami khali income bahale nohobo. Yate ki korabo lagibo? Obviously we need to have the developed society. Our society all eta economically developed bolo nohobo. Society needs to be socially developed. Society needs to be culturally developed. Society needs to be educationally developed. Society needs to be mentally and psychologically developed also. A good development stage or ami ki rakhibo lagibo? Center, society at the center, or people's inspirations at the center. Okay, so yate hekhini kothai koise. Tapsot the human development paradigm is concerned both with building up human capabilities and with those human capabilities fully through an enabling framework for growth and employment. Very, very important. Okay, tapsot koise ki human development has four essential pillars. Etu to ekdam crucial point hoy. Ki hoy? Equality hoy, sustainability hoy, productivity hoy, aru last ki ase? Empowerment. Etu to aru koboi nalage, empowerment with respect to women, empowerment. Aru ei empowerment ot amar ki ahi jay? Also it says about inclusive society or inclusive empowerment that even accumulates the lower sections or lower strata of the society. Okay, or it may be religious minorities, it may be someone linguistic minorities, so wo yate meet koribo lagibo. Aru hetu amar ki koi asu? Inclusive growth boli koi asu. Okay, so yate hekhini kotha ahi gol. First ki ahile? Equality ahile. Okay, sustainability ahile. Sustainability mainly with whom? The environment, with the flora and fauna. Okay, productivity. Etu bohabo lagibo. Karon productivity down hoye thakile ki hoy jabo? Obviously human cannot develop. And lastly, empowerment. That is irrespective of society and nature. Okay, it will be an important point. That's what the human development paradigm defines the end of development and analyzes sensible option for achieving them. Obviously, a person should have senses to eventually develop him in the larger context of this society. Okay, so ekhini yar asile. Asat kolo social assistance measures are critical for social protection and are more common in developing economies than social insurance. Evaluate the statement. Ki koise yate? Social assistance ki hoy koilola? Ki hoy? Social security and welfare program to provide support to aged persons, widows and disabled persons and bereaved families on death of primary breadwinner belonging to below poverty line households. To hebilakok ki koru? Ami junlak manu gorib shrenir hoy, doribro shrenir hoy, jituk ami kom below poverty line. Tekhethokolok ami jodi in future tekhethokolok jodi ami kabar tekhethokolor breadwinner or deathor obostha jodi ami tekhethokolok help kori asu, that means we are giving them social assistance. Okay, so you can see that today for social assistance we have seen all such programs. Amar ki ase? This program, National Social Assistance Program, very, very important program, and you should add this type of programs in your answers that will leverage some of the marks together in your particular question. Okay, National Social Assistance Program. And then we can see about this one. Okay, the more individuality one, if you are drawing this particular diagrams, it will more suit you to get some of the additional marks. First key question, progressive realization of universal social protection. Then question, reduce rural poverty and increase opportunity. Third question, more inclusive rural development. And last question, higher governmental revenues. So as is the more realization koru, the social protection lage. A to kiho kane lage? Because we need to reduce rural poverty and also we need to increase opportunities. Third logot ki humay ase? More inclusive rural development. Without this rural development, it would be difficult for a person to increase his economical structure of his country or state. Okay, then higher government revenues. Jodi ebilak bhal hoi thake, rural bhal hoi thake, urban bilak to hoday progress koriye thake. But if rural societies also progress and develop, at some point of time the government will have a higher revenue, and then we will be called as a developed state rather than being called as an underdeveloped or a developing state. Okay, so into context of this diagram is also very important. So what are the key issues for social assistance program? Targeting eligibility and take up, main issue. That's what benefits, adequacy and dependency, etu aru ta issue hoy. Then feasibility, affordability and cost effectiveness, etu amak lage. Okay, so these are some of the important things which are to be associated with the social assistance measures. Okay, ekhini jodi koi dia, I can say that this will suffice your respective answers to project this particular question. Okay, next down, by an objective criterion such as population, territorial size, GDP, economic potential, civilization, legacy, cultural diversity, political system and past and ongoing contributions to the activities to the UN, especially UN peacekeeping operations, India is eminently qualified for permanent membership. Iman khini damar question to koise, but last up, what is the important question of this context of this question? It's basically that India is claiming permanent membership. Etwe ki hoy? Etwe keyword hoy. Keyword. So permanent membership to bisari lola, iman khini pohibo dorkarai nai ditia. Okay, permanent membership to bisari lola. Aru yar context of jiman khini bostu amar India logot jorito hoi ase gute khini dekhi dia, that will cover more than this which has been asked. Yate gute hudise. Okay, ki hudise? Territory kotha hudise, political, GDP, economic hudise, economic potential kotha, civilization, legacy mane ki historical context of hudise. Okay, cultural diversity, art and culture. Okay, so gute khini hudise, political system. Okay, gute every context it has been asked. Okay, population boli ko alag alag, geographical, human geography. Gute khini humai ase. So a gute aspect of take the answer to be science. So obviously if you are knowing a very good content of the permanent membership, that why India needs to have a permanent membership, then it will be very much easy for you to answer this question. So what makes India a potential candidate? Moi iman bujai na thaku, because this has been already been referred by us in the SMMCs or in the current affairs. Hoday ami discuss korisu ebla questions. Okay, so first ki ahile ate membership. Okay, that's of interest of developing countries to India bhabe aji. Global benefits, India know that how being a part of the P5 nations, India could benefit directly globally. Okay, then you can see about even the concept of making India is suffixed with make for the world. India's pool of skill and talent is a proven global asset. And India is not only an ancient and civilizational nation, but also a democracy which operates under the rule of law, with free market, and has maintained a peace-loving nation's reputation with very limited geography of countries. So India, bahut kom country logote ki ase? Clashes ase. Okay, we have got very less clashes with countries, basically in our neighborhood. As in neighborhood, Pakistan jodi bakali porhi amar logot bhal hoi jay, then we have no problem with this particular country. Because obviously you cannot change your neighbors, you cannot change the geography. Okay, so obviously you have to be good. Ami try korisilu, but they are not in that particular mentality to have a good relations with a country like us. Okay, so hetu karone ami eta role koribo. Then role in international affairs. So India kiman khini like role kore. Supposedly if you can see Operation Ganga. Okay, then you can see the help of India in Turkey. Okay, Operation Dost. Okay, then you can see India helping the Afghanistanis. So এই বস্তু বিলাক আমাৰ কাৰণে এটা বহুত ডাঙৰ বস্তু হৈ যায়, so that we could have a particular permanent seat in the P5. তাৰছত পেন্ডেমিকত আমি কিমানখিনি মেডিসিনস দিলু, কিমানখিনি ভ্যাকচিনস দিলু, এইবিলাক ক্লাইমেট চেঞ্জৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ কি কথা, ৰিনিউৱেবল এনাৰ্জি, ইন্টাৰনেশ্যনেল সোলাৰ এলায়েন্স, ইন্ডিয়া ইজ a founding member of the ISA. So এইবিলাক বস্তু ইন্ডিয়া এটা লেভাৰেজ দিয়ে to have a global field. Okay, so ইয়াতে আমি অল জানো permanent 5 কি বস্তু হয়. Okay, আৰু এটা নন পার্মানেন্ট মেম্বাৰশিপ কি আছে? Okay, মই জাস্ট ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেশন দিছো, এটো বহুত আগৰ হয়, ঠিক আছে? এটা জাস্ট ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেশন দিছো। তাৰছত ইকুইটেবল ওয়ার্ল্ড অর্ডার, এটো আমি বিচাৰো preserved from the G4 members. G4 members মানে কোন হয়? The P4 who is demanding the P5C. Basically কোন কোন? ইয়াতে আহি যাব জার্মানি, ব্রাজিল, ইন্ডিয়া and Japan. Okay, so ইয়াতে এখিনি আহি যায়। তাৰছত জাস্টিফাইড ডিমান্ড হয় এটো। Are supporters, many are supporters, even some of the P5 nations are supporters except China. Everyone is supporting India's cause. Okay, so hetu amar importantly yada hile তাৰপিছত লাষ্টত if you need to see reason for demanding permanent member কিহৰ কাৰণে veto power যেটো আমাৰ আছে যেটো আমাৰ নাই আৰু চাইনাৰ আছে আৰু যাৰ কাৰণে আমি বহুতখিনি বাৰ মুখ ঠেলাচা খাব লগা হয় ইউএন ওকে তাৰপিছত প্ৰেষ্টিজ এছ'চিয়েটেড সবে আজি চাইনাক যেটো ৰূপত চাই মেবি ইণ্ডিয়া কেটো ৰূপত নাচায় okay because they do not have got power in the UN for going for a veto okay then advantage in general assembly as a general assembly ami ji mane ji koru obviously UNGA eta jodi ami bostu pass koru and we have got a veto power then obviously everyone will recognize it or else being a non permanent member we cannot have that particular recognition সেই বস্তু আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হৈ যায় okay so এখিনি লিখিলো it will say more than sufficient. In keeping with its neighborhood first policy, India desires normal neighborhood relations with Pakistan. Elucidate and comment. My favorite topic. Hoday mon class to test kori thaku. Pakistan logot kene ki koribo lage ki koribo na lage. Okay, I have discussed elaborately about how to keep pace with the country of Pakistan. Okay, so yate we all know that Pakistan hamara hi beta hai ya beti hai jo bhi ho. Okay, so this is particularly the current arsenal 150 to 60 nuclear weapons. So at a more representation disu and the data is basically from the CP. India and Pakistan are originated from common subcontinent, but after the partition of 1947, they have an unstable relationship due to many unresolved issues like Kashmir issue. Okay, so it is a pradhan issue between India and Pakistan today. For India, it's not a pradhan issue or a main issue, but for Pakistan, it's a main issue. Okay, so the two countries have fought 4 wars. Again, at the context of one historical. Then power and international relations has traditionally been understood in the context of military and economic might, and it is known as hard power. Hard power is deployed in the form of coercion, using force, the threat of force, economic sanctions, etc. Okay, and in contrast to the coercive measures of hard power, Joseph Nee suggested concept of soft power in post-Cold War. Our soft power is the ability to shape the preferences of others through appeal and attraction. And the 3 pillars of soft power are key. Very important: political values, culture and foreign policy. Our etu bostu aji kone use kori ase and India's external affairs minister S Jaishankar sir. So yate aji soft power amar diplomacy ki koi aso political values we are very much rigid with our values okay then culture aji culture to ami ki kori aso eulogize kori aso and lastly foreign policies that is both aggressive when required and also submissive when required. Okay, so a bostu to amar karone important hoye jay. So what are the India's dimension of soft power? Ebla ase Ayurveda, Buddhism, cricket, culture, democracy, diaspora, entertainment, Bollywood, food. Ebla ki hoy? Some of the elements of soft power. Okay, so ekini likhi dila I can say this is more than sufficient for you to answer this question. Okay, just for today's in the part 1 section, this is the last question. As a close neighbors, India and Nepal share unique ties of friendship and cooperation, characterized by an open border and deep-rooted people-to-people context of kinship and culture. It mainly ki koise examine kori bole roti beti wala relation. Okay, ami tahadok roti diu, tekhela bole ama ki diye beti diye because of the matrimonial alliance that can be seen between India and Nepal. Because obviously Nepal is a Hindu country and we have got a majority of Hindus in the region proximal to Nepal. Okay. So Nepal is an important neighbor of India and occupies a special significance in its foreign policy because of the geographical, historical, cultural and economic linkage that span centuries. Introduction dila. India and Nepal share similar ties in terms of Hinduism and Buddhism, with Buddha's birthplace Lumbini located in present-day Nepal. Okay, the two countries not only share an open border and unhindered movement of people, but they also have close bonds through marriages and familiar ties popularly known as ki roti beti ka rishta. Etu ma jitu koi asilu. Okay, etu bostu lagiboi important hoy etu bostu. Okay, it has been traditionally called as roti beti ka rishta. Aru etu ajiu choli ase. Enuka nohoy je aji dinot India and Nepal mojot kono relation nai. Ase bahut khini bhal relation ase. And also today also we have got a good number of women coming in from Nepal marrying boys or guys basically who are Indians. Aru etu Bihar aru UP to khub basic e chole. And not only Bihar, UP, mo Uttarakhand boli jodi ko paru, Himachal boli ko paru, he kintu bahut basic e chole. Okay, and also in the regions like Sikkim. Okay, because it also shares a border with Nepal. Okay, that's what Koba, India-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1950 forms the bedrock of the spatial relations. Okay, so we all know where is Nepal. Okay, so ekini jagah matrimonial relations bahut basic hoy. Okay, then you can see about Hinduism and Buddhism. Etur amar base to kor asile Nepal ote asile. Sorry, India asile, but it has spread to Nepal. Okay, so Nepal and India share a cultural history around the development of two major religions of the world, Hinduism, Buddhism. Okay, so Ami janu, Buddha was born in Lumbini, located in present-day Nepal, and later Buddha came to India where he got enlightenment, and later Buddhism spread to other parts of the world, be it the Southeast Asia, be it Sri Lanka. Okay, so it spread on. Okay, then this one, already called Roti Beti Ka Rishta, because people of both countries benefit from the open borders and unhindered movement across it. Okay, that's what cultural ties. Okay, Kathmandu, Varanasi, Lumbini, Bodh Gaya, Janakpuri, Ayodhya, Ram, Sita, Lakoto relation. Okay, so all these things are basically important in the cultural aspect also. Okay, so that is all with this particular discussion that we can see. Okay, so if you have got any doubts, particularly with respect to your preparations, you can get enrolled with us, the batch which is starting from 18th of July 2023. Okay, you can scan this code. Okay, also we have got this number of associations. We have a comprehensive coverage for him, experienced faculties, A to Z study materials. We have also got digital classrooms like this. So, a good personal touch up discuss for him. So, you can join us by scanning this code. Okay, you can enroll with us, and also if you have got any further doubts, you can call us by the number 9127515541 for your enrollment. Okay, or you can directly visit the website csap.co.in. So we'll be coming up with the next series of questions from question number 11 to 20 in the part 2 of this video. So stay tuned with us and please subscribe CSAP YouTube channel. Thanks to all. Bye bye.